Yes, so we'll basically get started with a couple of our customers first. So if you could see, so this is one of the customer of Learnyst. Okay, so first things to might be get noticed is that the domain is going to be purely a custom domain, that you wouldn't have a domain of Learnyst. If I go ahead, you would also have a dark as well as a light theme. Again, this depends on the convenience of your students. Next, we also have an option of categories. So let's say you can have multiple categories based on the segments that you go ahead and you can teach your students. So that's there. Again, if I click on categories, so the courses that have been assigned to specific categories, that shows up. Next, you would have a segregation for each of your product. So if you have daily tests, there would be a differentiator out here. If you have courses, here it goes, then there would be tests, there would be bundles. Okay, so all of it is definitely going to be there. So what I can do is, now I would be just showing you a landing page. So let's say I open into a particular course. So this is how a landing page would be. So every of your course, your test, your mock test, your bundles, your test series would have a unique landing page. There would be a title, there would be a short description, there would be a section. So under this section, you would have lessons. So the lesson could be in any format. So it could be a pre-recorded lesson, it could be a PDF, it could be anything as of such, even a PPTX audio. So all of that is definitely possible. Going ahead, if I scroll a bit below, you would have the authors of the course. So again, all of that is something that you would be letting your students know well in advance. If I scroll a bit below, you would have a longer description if you want to have much more details added to this particular course for your students to know before making a decision to buy it. And yes, frequently asked questions, because you would know that what kind of questions your student would have before going ahead with purchasing a specific course. So quickly, I would just sign in as a student, as well as I would be showing you a student interface. Again, it's more or less the same, but again, so as a student, since I have been enrolled into specific courses, so you can see continue learning. So these are all the courses that I have enrolled into. I can maybe just differentiate for courses. I can open a specific course. So here is your course player. So you would have a lesson, you would have the about the lesson, about the course, you would have a discussion forum, which is very limited to the specific attendees or enrollments or candidates in this particular course. Then I have bookmarks, I have certificates. Again, this depends upon the criteria that you set up. On the right hand side, you have the entire syllabus in what all is there in the specific course. You also have the option of viewing analytics. So as a student, they can view each and every analytics in terms of assignments, quizzes, lessons, the completion, all of that is possible. Again, since this is a demo account, there's no much details. Taking you ahead, you have newsfeed, you can redirect it to your iOS app, Android app. Again, it depends upon how you want to get it done. Apart from this, I would be also showing you another school again. So this is one more school of Learnyst in terms of a customer of Learnyst. So you have the complete control in terms of the primary color, the secondary color, the fonts that you want to use, the type of buttons that you have. So all of this is what you can actually select as per your convenience. So this is one more school taking you for the specific applications. So these are a couple of apps which have been made by Learnyst. So again, this is Learn Code Online, which we just saw the school of few minutes ago. So this is the screenshots of the application. Yeah. And one quick thing to notice is that you would not have the name of Learnyst mentioned anywhere. So they're going to be their own developer account. Even in the application, the name of Learnyst is not going to be mentioned in the description. So again, Learnyst would not have its branding anywhere. It's going to be completely white labeled. The same goes ahead for one of our other customers. If you could see again, this is under their own developer account. So the advantage of having an application under your own developer account is you have your personalized branding. That's definitely there. You have complete access over how you can change the description of the application. You might be also answer the reviews of your students. So you have complete control over it. We would also be now diving into the admin panel, where you would definitely get more details of how to get started. Yeah, so this is basically the admin panel. So the admin panel is a place where you would be managing your complete school. Getting started, so what you see on your screen is the dashboard. So again, the dashboard is a place where in less than 30 seconds, an educator could actually understand that how his or her school is actually performing. Taking you ahead with the courses. So again, so let's say I click on create, I select as a demo course, and let's put a specific number. You can set up a price to it as well. So the best thing, in fact, Learnyst does not have a single rupee in terms of transaction fees or commission. So anything that you put up out here is going to be credited into your own bank account with the help of a payment gateway. You can set it up as a free course. You can make it as an encrypted course. So in the case of encryption, Learnyst has one of the most robust secured way of making sure that your course is not going to be leaked out. You have your course completely secured, completely encrypted. So make sure that this checkbox has been enabled. So I click on create. So this is your course builder. So I can add a section. I click on save. Then I have the option of adding videos. So let's say if I click on video, so you would have a title for your video. You can also associate a particular tag. You can set it up as a trial or a paid. You have a short description, long description. Going ahead, the video can directly be uploaded. So if in case you're going ahead with an encrypted course, please make sure that your video is uploaded. Next, you can also embed your video. So uploading is directly from the system. Embed is via YouTube, via Vimeo. So let's say I go ahead, I create a particular link. So you can directly embed it. Apart from that, you can sync it up from Dropbox or upload any specific URL. Even if you want your students to download any kind of attachment or notes, you can directly upload it out here. So next, it goes the same way for audio. It goes the same way for PDF. We have a certification option. So in the case of certification, you can set up a criteria. Based on the criteria that you set up, your students, if they meet the criteria, there would be a soft copy that is going to be generated to their email ID. Next, you have content dripping again. So let's say you want a timely release of your lessons. So that's definitely possible through content dripping. So then even under settings, you have many features that can be done. So let it be your course name, your short description, your long description, a promo image, even under pricing, set it up as public, private, unlisted. Yeah. Then you have an option to sell it from your web app or your mobile app. So you can set up a validity. You can set it up as a free code, paid course. So next, taking you for the mock test. So under the mock test, yeah, so let's say I create a mock test. Again, it goes the same way. So next I go create. So these are all the templates that basically Learnyst supports. Again, each and every exam has their own standard template. So we have that for you. So let's say I go ahead, create cat, I click on create. So this is how the interface comes in terms of there are 3 sections where every section would have a timer in terms of 60 minutes each. Every section would have a set of questions which I would be adding in a couple of minutes. Apart from that, the UI and the UX is exactly the same way how it happens in the actual CAT exam. So next you can see there are multiple formats in terms of question formats that you could add. It could be multiple choice, numerical questions, essay type, fill in the blanks. So yeah, apart from that, you can add multiple questions all at once, or else you can also go one by one. So let's say I have my section 1 pre-selected. I click on multiple choice. So I have to actually manually put up the questions. So I have a difficulty level, I have a positive marking, negative marking. I can associate a tag. I have the guideline time in terms of seconds. I can enable multiple answer as well as enable partial marking. Going ahead, we can also add questions in bulk. So let's say that if I want to actually import questions in Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel, so that is also possible. Yeah, so basically next we have our test series. Again, in the case of test series, you can actually sell multiple mock tests. In the case of bundles, you can sell multiple courses, multiple test series, as well as multiple mock tests. Then we have the option of question pool, which is more like a depository of all your questions. So you can add, at any point of time, you can add multiple questions. Then we have things like subscription, newsfeed, communities, categories, segments, tag. Let's say newsfeed is more like a blog. So in case you want to see something like a newsfeed, so like this is one of our customer who has put up the newsfeed in terms of Learn Code Online that we just saw. So you would have a newsfeed for your school, and in case you feel any updates, any blogs that you want to push up again in terms of SEO, that this is definitely possible. Taking you next. We have our website builder. Website builder of Learnyst has more than 250 plus themes, which again you can set up. So let's say that I'll show that as well. Be clear, and so these are all the layouts or the themes that are available. So with the help of a website builder, again showing you one of the websites made by the platform of Learnyst, that is the Learnyst website builder. So this is the website. You can have a button where you could actually take your students to explore all your courses. Again, you can also note that you do not have the name of Learnyst mentioned out here. So I click on explore all courses. Here are all my courses. Apart from that, you also have the option of embedding your courses. So this is also possible. And we also have a possible to external link every course. Yeah. So taking you under the website builder, you can build your mobile apps as well directly under the platform. You have branding options where you can set up the font, you can set up the primary color, the secondary color, you can set up languages as well. Okay. Or even in terms of marketing, you have email marketing, you have coupons, referral codes, you have the wallet functionality. In terms of users, you can add users directly using bulk import. So this is possible via Microsoft Excel. You can also add learners one by one. So again, apart from that, you can also add sub-admins if in case there are multiple people who would be handling your account. Next, again, under the reports, you would get a very brief overview in terms of the behavior of your students under your platform. So what is their percentage of completion? How active are they? What is their learning behavior? This is something that you can actually map under your own admin account. So next, basically, we would have the option of manage. So you can manage your discussion panel. You can manage your reviews of your courses. You can also manage the answer reviews as well as the learners support. So in terms of in case your learners are facing any kind of issue on the platform or any kind of feedback, you can definitely get it out here. We also have a couple of add-ons. So in terms of anti-piracy packs, certificates, learner verification, watch time restriction, Zoom integration. So again, we have watermark marking feature where, the verified OTP as well as the verified email is something that would keep on coming on your video. So your students would not be able to externally download or record your video. Apart from that, we also have an option of sub schools. So let's say you have multiple schools under your main admin school, so that as well is possible. You can get it directly under your own admin panel. I would also like to explore under settings in terms of there are multiple things. Definitely a quick thing that might be shared is the pricing model. So under the pricing model, you can have a one-time payment, or else you can also have a subscription plan, again, depending on how or what is convenient for you as well as your students. Next, we can also go ahead and check the payment gateways. So Learnyst actually supports India's most renowned payment gateways. So if I go ahead and select INR, under INR, that is Indian rupees, we have InstaMojo, we have CC Avenue, we have PayUmoney, Razorpay, HDFC. Again, all of this is definitely possible. If I change my currency and let's say I put it as US dollars. So let's say we have Stripe, we have PayPal, we have to check out, we have PayGate. Yeah, so this is most of it, and definitely we are now open to take up questions. Thank you.